The Bitcoin blockchain is over 500 gigabytes. Your phone wallet uses about 15 megabytes. That's a 10,000-fold difference. So how does a wallet on your phone actually verify that a payment is real? The answer is a clever engineering trick, and a set of trade-offs most users never realize they're making. Phones, watches, and embedded devices can't store the entire blockchain or validate every transaction ever made. They need a shortcut. The trick has a name: Simplified Payment Verification, or SPV. A lightweight client downloads only block headers, not the blocks themselves. A block header is roughly 80 bytes. A full block can exceed 1 megabyte. By keeping only headers, the wallet shrinks its storage by 4 orders of magnitude. It still verifies proof of work, the computational puzzle miners solve to add blocks, but it skips checking every transaction. That's the core bargain of SPV. Think of it like 2 tourists in a city. The full node tourist carries a complete map. Every street, every alley, every address. They can verify any location themselves. The lightweight client tourist knows only one main avenue and asks strangers for directions when they need to find something specific. They get where they're going, fast with almost no luggage. But they're trusting that the strangers are telling the truth and that the main avenue is the real one. That's exactly how SPV navigates Bitcoin. Here's what a lightweight client actually stores: a chain of headers, each one linked to the previous by a cryptographic hash. The client asks peers for headers using a message called getheaders and receives them back. It then verifies the proof of work on each one, building a skeleton of the blockchain. No transactions inside, just the bones. Because mining a valid header requires real computational cost, faking this chain would be enormously expensive. So even without seeing transactions, the client can be confident the chain represents enormous accumulated work. That skeleton is the foundation everything else rests on. But here's where the elegance meets its limits. Suppose you receive a payment and want to verify it. You ask a peer to prove the transaction is inside a specific block. The peer sends back a Merkle path. A Merkle tree is a structure that hashes pairs of transactions together, level by level, until one final hash, the Merkle root, sits at the top, embedded in the block header. To prove your transaction is in the block, the peer only needs to send the sibling hashes along the path from your transaction up to the root. For a block with thousands of transactions, that's just a dozen hashes, log n verification instead of downloading everything. Now combine the two pieces. Your transaction lands in block 800,000. The Merkle path proves it's there. Then blocks 800,000 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 get mined on top. Each one represents real proof of work piled above your transaction. 6 confirmations. Reversing that transaction would now require an attacker to rebuild 6 blocks worth of mining faster than the rest of the network. Economically prohibitive. This is proof by proxy. The client never validated the transactions inside those later blocks. It trusts that the work behind them protects yours. Now the catch. SPV can prove a transaction exists. It cannot prove a transaction doesn't exist. Imagine our tourist confirms 23 Church Street is real by walking to it. Fine. But they have no way of knowing whether a dozen other 23 Church Streets exist on side streets they never see. Translated to Bitcoin, a lightweight client can confirm inclusion, never exclusion. So if someone double spends the same coins on a different chain or omits transactions from view, the wallet has no way to detect it. The verification is asymmetric. Existence, yes. Uniqueness, no. That asymmetry opens real attack vectors. In a Sybil attack, an adversary spins up many fake peers and surrounds your wallet. If every peer you connect to is controlled by the attacker, they can feed you a fabricated header chain or hide real transactions. You'd never know. Network partitioning does the same thing by cutting you off from the honest network. The standard defense is to connect to many randomly chosen peers and hope at least one is honest. That's not trustless, that's trust minimized. There's a privacy cost too. The lightweight client only wants relevant transactions, so it tells peers which addresses to watch. That reveals exactly which addresses belong to your wallet. Bloom filters and compact block filters try to mask this by sending fuzzy queries, but traffic analysis and observant peers can still piece together your identity over time. So even a wallet that never broadcasts your name leaks enough information to link your addresses together. Convenience has a surveillance tax. So step back. SPV is the reason Bitcoin works on phones, and therefore the reason most people interact with Bitcoin at all. It gains efficiency by trading away three things: full verification strength, Sybil resistance, and address privacy. A full node validates every rule for itself. A lightweight client validates proof of work and inclusion, and the trust that the honest majority dominates the network it's connected to. Both are useful. Neither is the same. For convenience, run a lightweight client. For sovereignty, run a full node. The map you carry determines the city you can actually see. And in Bitcoin, the difference between trust minimized and trustless is the difference between believing the network and verifying it yourself.